Hi everyone, this is Farah and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new and welcome to FeBAGuary. Every single day, all 28 days of February, I'm uploading a handbag video, and every week I'm also doing an unboxing video of a new handbag to my collection. At the end of it all, I'm going to do my entire handbag collection. So this month is very exciting. For those of you guys who are already here joined, I hope you're really enjoying what you're seeing. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I'm really hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. I'm really working hard to kind of hopefully make that happen because I really hope you guys enjoy this content. I love to make videos on luxury, handbags, fashion. So if this is the kind of videos you love to see, please go ahead, hit subscribe below. But let me go ahead and get into this bag video today. So this video is going to be my updated Rebecca Minkoff handbag collection. I have done handbag collections for her over the years. I'll try to hit the other videos linked down below, but I'm going to just show you my most recent handbag collection from her because I love her bags. But I'm also thinking that I maybe should downsize. I'm gotten to the point where I just have so many bags and so many similar bags from her, and even though I really love certain styles from her, I know they're not getting the use that they deserve, so I'm wondering if I should go ahead and give them, to a better home where they will get used, and that way I will actually use my bags that I do currently have more. I'm trying to just be more mindful of the items in my closet, including my handbags, making sure everything gets the love that it deserves, and if it is something that's just sitting there, unless it's just something so super sentimental that I can't get rid of, if it's just collecting dust, then maybe it's not for me. And I'm trying to also make sure my purchases that I make for the future and even the things that I have now go well with each other. I think I had kind of fallen into the trap that a lot of us do of buying more for like our fantasy self or something that we liked just by the look of it. But then when we actually brought it into our closet, we realized it didn't work for our lifestyle. It didn't work for the clothes that we wear. It didn't go together with other things, and therefore it kind of sat in the closet, collecting dust. So when I start to realize those things, which I think sometimes that's trial and error, and over time you realize that and just become smarter about purchases, but then I don't want to really hang on to things that I'm just not, using. So let me go ahead, show you guys my entire collection, and then I'll kind of talk through the ones that I'm thinking about maybe considering selling and downsizing my collection a bit. So I'm going to show you my first ever Rebecca Minkoff handbag that I bought, the one that started it all. So that was this bag. This is my Rebecca Minkoff Mini Mac in this beautiful bronzy color. Absolutely love it. I bought this brand new years ago now, definitely over 10 years ago, I would believe. I love it. All her bags, if you guys aren't familiar, are just set up with a big open interior. They come in with the strap that's detachable. Not adjustable just by itself. It has a little leather tab, but you can adjust it to wear it different ways by looping it different ways through this tab, which I've got some videos about that I'll link down below. I had, I think, about like 11, 12 ways different ways I can wear this bag, and that's one of the reasons I love this bag, the versatility. But you have this main pocket, and then you also have this front pocket inside, kind of hidden by this little clasp. That's kind of like her signature detail, little studs on the bottom. But this is the mini Mac size. It does come in a larger size, which I'll show you as well. But this bag is one that, it's my first one. I love the color. It's my only real metallic bag in my collection. This is definitely a keeper. I love it. But then the other ones that I will show you, kind of still in the neutral color, is the same thing, but in the white. This one, I love the leather of, really nice and supple. Hers comes in different leathers, but these ones have worn really well. This is one I can also say immediately that I will keep. This bag I bought the year that I got married, and I kind of got it in the white color because of, me getting married that year. So I kind of think of it somewhat as like my wedding bag, although I didn't actually use it on my wedding day, but it kind of reminds me of that. So, it has that sentimental kind of feelings towards it, but I also just think it is beautiful, and it's only one of, I do have another white bag now, but it's my other white bag, more casual. It's not I do have a luxury white bag, but this is kind of like my, contemporary one. So feel a little bit comfortable to use this on occasions I wouldn't use the other one. So love this one, we'll keep it. This next bag is another neutral bag. Now this is a larger version. So this is the Mac bag. If you look at the difference in the sizing, you can see it's a little bit larger. But this is the MAC bag. Looks very similar, but just larger in size. Same kind of thing. The biggest difference is when you open it up, the interior is larger and it does have a little bit more compartments in it. But otherwise, same kind of setup. And I love this rich brown color. This is definitely like my fall bag. When fall hits, I love to wear this bag. And I just think it's just such a rich, beautiful, just beautiful tan color. And the leather again is just such a gorgeous supple leather that just is really, really smooth and soft. So I really enjoy this one. So again, don't think this one is going anywhere. I feel like I'm showing you without intending to the bags that I just really love right up from the beginning. And then this is a bag that is not a mini Mac. It's one of my few ones that are not mini Mac bags, but this is another Rebecca Minkoff bag. It's got the quilting. I'm forgetting the name now, but it's got the quilting, the stud detail, the chains, kind of reminiscent of Chanel bags. And it's got just this open interior with a flap. This one, to be honest, I'm kind of going back and forth about. It's the only black bag from her that I own currently. I did own a previous black bag by Rebecca Minkoff that I've since given away to one of my family members to borrow. But this one, it is beautiful. Like when I look at it on the screen, I'm just like, oh, I don't have anything like this with this type of quilting in a black color, so it makes me want to keep it. So, but I don't wear it so much. And one thing I realized is this metal detailing with the leather running through is really cold, and I'm really cold natured, so sometimes with this, if I'm wearing something where my skin is exposed and this touches my skin, I always feel like I don't want to wear it because it's going to be cold on me, which I know sounds silly, but it is what it is. So I don't know, this is one that I'm really considering. The thing that makes me hesitate is because I don't have anything like this, but I'm also not really wearing it so often. But I will say I do reach for it for special occasions. So I don't know if this is just going to be like a special occasion bag, and maybe I should keep it for that reason. But this is one that I'm going back and forth about. Next bag is actually one that I just recently posted a video about that I just thrifted, which was just amazing. So I'm going to show that to you. So it is this one. So this is another Rebecca Minkoff mini Mac. I just happened to be at Goodwill dropping off a donation, thought I would just venture on inside, just peek. I was not even in there for like 15-20 minutes, and just on my way out I happened to see this one, and it was just amazing because just before I went there, just a few days before, I had posted my 2023 luxury wish list video, which you haven't watched, I'll link down below, and I had mentioned how I want a light, pink bag, and then all of a sudden this just popped up in the, design bag that I love. And even though I have so many of her bags, and I'm talking about downsizing, I just couldn't leave this behind because I knew I would regret it. And it was $19.99 was the price of it. So that's crazy because these bags are all, we're talking close to, I think, $200 or over $200. So couldn't leave it behind, and I really do truly love this color, and it goes with a lot of things in my wardrobe. I've already worn this a few times and really enjoyed it, and I also love the interior of this because it's not unlike anything else I have. It's got little butterflies on it, which I think is just gorgeous. So this is also a keeper. Then next I've got, this one is one of my older Rebecca Minkoff bags. This is in the red. It's a really bright red. I had bought this one pre-loved. It was well worn, but then I also wore it a lot, and so you can see the leather has just become so soft and smushy, and I actually love that about it. It's my only true red bag in my collection, and it's got gold hardware too. Actually, all of these bags have gold hardware except one, which I'll point out, but some do look more bright gold, and some are a little bit more like, champagne gold. But this bag is well worn, but I love it, and when I really want a bright red bag, this has always been my go-to. So I think this is also a keeper for me, even though, again, it's kind of at this point, I've worn it so much and it was already worn. It's got like little stains and things, which I need to kind of clean up, but I still really, really love this one. The next one is actually one of the 5-zip bags that I have. So it's this one. Oh, this color is coming up really bright, but it's kind of like this turquoisey color. I think my camera is making it, this is pretty true to it. It's kind of like a bright turquoise kind of blue, almost like a teal. And this one is one of my 5-zip bags, and these ones are set up a little bit differently. The interior is pretty much the same. It's got this kind of interior, and her bags, if you're not aware, the interiors are always a little fun fabrics, and she often matches her dust bag to it. But it's got one pocket there, and then it's got a pocket here, a large pocket that goes all the way down. I have some paper in there. And then she has a few other pockets, but these ones are usually not usable, like they don't go anywhere, but you could leave them open if you want to kind of leave that peak of the fabric. But this one I go back and forth about, but overall I think I like it. I think I like this color. It's such a contrast. I do, you know, in my wardrobe, I love wearing whites, creams, pinks, reds, blues. I mean, that is like my color palette. So I think this goes well with a lot of things in my wardrobe. And when I want like a pop of color that's not a pink or red, this is really nice for it. So I do think this is gonna be a keeper as well. And I love the leather too. Some of the Rebecca Minkoff bags, I enjoy the leather more than others. Like I really like when it's soft and pebbly like this. You can already see the texture of it. So I think this, you know, just the feel of it is really nice as well. So I think I'm going to keep this one as well. And even in the outfit I'm wearing today, this kind of, you know, color, like mustardy brown color, I love the contrast of it. Like it just makes it pop so much. Like I think this would be, you know, maybe like the color wheel, how, you know, we talk about like opposites on the color wheel. I'm not sure if this is the case for this. I don't have that wheel in front of me, but I feel like it may be, because for some reason I really like that contrast. I think it's a lot of fun. So sometimes when I just want a really fun pop of color, I think this one is really nice to have. Then I'm going to show you my one that has silver hardware. It's the only one with silver hardware is this one. Now this is kind of like a berry color, and it's a beautiful color. I can show this to you up close. Now you can see this leather is very different. It is soft. I will say it's really soft. But if you look at these two, this one has, the blue one has that pebbling where this one doesn't. So it's definitely two different leathers. I always tend to prefer the pebbling. I think it just doesn't show scratches and things as much. And I know these leathers have names to them. I'm not too familiar with that, but these ones I feel like tend to show like, you know, little scratches and things just more, just because of the type of leather it is. So you see like wear on it more than you do with the other one. This one, I think the color is beautiful, but the leather, for some reason, I'm not in love with. And so I also don't wear silver hardware as much. I'm a gold jewelry, you know, kind of gal. So that's why sometimes this one I feel like it might be clashing a little bit, although I don't mind too much. I think it's, you know, the hardware doesn't bother me so much. But I did recently pick up a Marc by Marc Jacobs kind of magenta colored bag, and I feel like this is almost a little bit repetitive to have that, because I think between the two I would probably pick the bag by Marc Jacobs. So I'm not sure if I need to have this. So this is one that I think maybe one that I'm considering letting go, just because I do wear it, but I don't know. I kind of have to see in the times when I was wearing this before, am I going to reach for the Marc by Marc Jacobs? Because if I do, then I think this one is one that's going to go. Then I have this bag, which is another one of the 5-zip bags. And this, it's a really beautiful color. It's this kind of poppy, reddish orange kind of color. It's a beautiful color. It's one of my favorite colors. But I recently did just get a City mini bag of kind of an orangey color, which somehow I feel like is a little bit similar to this. And I think if I was going for that color, I would probably pick that one. This was my favorite color. I hunted for this bag for a long time, so it makes me want to not let it go. I think the thing that makes me not like this bag and not wear it so much is the same thing with this leather. This leather is really stiff. It's that not pebble leather. It's, I don't know, I just feel of it. It's durable, but it's just not my favorite when I feel it compared to some of those other ones. Like if I show you again, the blue one, you can see the difference. And I just prefer this type of leather. It just feels much better on, whereas this is just a little bit more stiff. So for that reason, I don't know, but it is really beautiful. Like I absolutely think it's gorgeous, but this might be one that I'm considering letting go. And I've got 3 more to go. So these then all kind of fall into my blue, green category. So first is this one. It's the last of my mini Macs that I'm going to show you. So this is like a gray blue. Really pretty kind of color, like a denim-y color. And this actually is the same exact color as my Chanel flat bag that I have. The strap from this I actually will use on my Chanel bag and love the look of it. Because I prefer my Chanel bag, I just think my Chanel bag is just really, classic and beautiful. I don't really wear this one as much, and I also think the reason is because of this leather. It's like the smoother kind of leather, and even though it's, really good quality, you can see the lines and kind of the indentations and scratches on this more, and I just don't like how it wears. I mean, it does have that kind of denim-y look, and it does kind of get that shiny look over time. I know that's a specific kind of leather that does that, but I just don't like the feel of it. So this is one I am thinking about letting go, but the tricky thing about this is I want to keep the strap. I know that sounds silly, but the strap that goes with it goes so well with my Chanel. It's the exact match that I wouldn't want to let that strap go. So if I were to ever sell this, I would have to sell it without the strap, which I'm not sure if anyone would want that. I mean, you could definitely use this as a clutch. You could use other straps on this, but I mean, it's kind of feels bad to, split the two. So I might end up keeping this just for that reason. I'm not sure, but this is one that I might let go. And then next I've got my last two bags, which are larger and are my green bag. So this one is my large Mac bag, kind of like that brown tan one I showed you guys earlier. So this one is one of the larger sizes. And this is this beautiful supple leather. This one, I don't know, I don't think it's that pebble leather, but something about it is just, you can see how soft and smushy it is. I mean, I just love it. It feels amazing. I do like this color, this kind of green, forest green kind of color. It almost has kind of like a little bit of teal undertones and some lighting. And in the fall, I also think this is a fun color to wear in addition to the brown. But I would say if I had to pick between the brown or this one, which are both in the same size, I would always pick the brown one. I'm not too much of a green person. I know green is like a really in color right now and people love green. And green, I mean, I love seeing greenery and just being out in nature. I love it. But for some reason in like handbags and clothing, I don't know. I just don't think it's like my color. It's just not, it's nice, but for some reason I don't gravitate toward it. I definitely find myself reaching more towards pinks and reds and blues, and those have always been one of my favorite colors. So I have this bag. I think it's beautiful. The leather is gorgeous, and it's a nice bag. I love the interior pop of blue. I mean, that contrast is really pretty, but I'm not sure if this is one that I would wear that often. I mean, I haven't since I've gotten it, so this might be on the chopping block as well. And then last one is a gorgeous color. This beautiful green. This is one of the 5 zips, but in the larger size, and it is just gorgeous. And because it's a larger size, it's got a zip pocket in the back, and the interior is really large and roomy. It's like a leopard print with lots of additional pockets inside. It's a really nice bag. This leather is also one that is really nice and soft, but I kind of, again, not my favorite style of it. And both this one and the other one are my two, green bags that I have, my only green bags in my collection. They are beautiful when I look at them. They're so different. And this green really pops. Like, this is such a pop of color. And it's fun to wear this kind of like, just under the arm as like a clutch in the summer, just because the color is so fun. So makes me hesitate. And this was really hard to get because she no longer makes the larger 5 zip bags. Actually, I'm not even sure if she makes 5 zip at all, but definitely like the larger size are really just, some of like the older versions of her bag. So this was like one of the few times I'd even seen the larger 5 zip. So I'm not sure if I were to let this go, if I would ever be able to get this again, definitely in this fun color. So, I don't know, but I don't wear it. So this is one again that I am thinking about letting go. So I've got the ones that I'm thinking I might let go of is this one, this one, this one. I'm gonna stack these up. This one, in this color, and this one, and then also maybe this black one. Wow, it's quite a stack I've got there of bags. So those are the ones I'm thinking about letting go. The ones I know I'm gonna keep for sure is definitely gonna be my bright red one, my beautiful turquoise teal one, the new one in this beautiful pink that I just got, this tan color, my white one, and my first ever one, which is the bronze one. Oh my goodness, I have such a stack here. Let me see if I can hold this up because I just put this huge stack of bags on my lap. Oh my goodness. Ah, that is slow. Okay, all right, they're falling. But that is all the bags that I have from Rebecca Minkoff in my collection. So my updated collection and the ones that I'm thinking I might let go of. What do you guys think? From the ones that you've seen, are there any ones that you think is, a bad idea for me to get rid of? Or do you agree and think I have too many and I really should kind of downsize? Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you are interested in any of these bags, please let me know. Again, I'm still humming and hawing about it, so I'm not 100% sure of the ones I mentioned, but I'm definitely open to it. And if I know it's going to go to a good home, then I think I'm more likely to let it go. I think I always, these bags, even the ones that aren't getting used, because it's a style that I love so much and it's such a functional, versatile style and such a great quality bag. I don't want it to just, go to waste. I don't want it to go to some place where it's not going to be loved. So I feel like I've just grown attached to them to the point where I feel like I would only get rid of them to people who I know are just going to love them just as much as I do, even if I don't use them so much. I know these are bags that I just love just because I love this designer and I love the bags that she makes. I think that they're just such great quality and just ones that I think are just classic, good quality bags that even if they're not so popular, are just a really good bag. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and join me for future videos. Continue to join me for FeBAGuary. We're getting, more than, I think, almost halfway at this point, almost closer to the end. So it's getting really exciting, but hopefully you guys are enjoying what you're seeing and I hope to see you in my next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.